when I say I went through something like this, Spill.com, everybody knows that. So I remember the first time that I actually signed that contract with the first company that we were with. It was a company called Miva. And I had no leverage whatsoever. I had nothing to work with. I had only thing I had was an idea, and the internet was not like it is today. All I had was an idea, proof of concept, and some people calling up who were interested and saying that they want to pay to develop the idea. I had no lawyers. I'm not blaming anybody for this, but I didn't know anything. I didn't know how to negotiate any kind of percentage or anything with that. I pretty much got bought up. And I can even say I was bought. I got, I call it a plantation, call it, a service, call it whatever. But they paid me while later on they would reap the benefits of that. We got sold to Hollywood.com. And I ain't going to tell you how much it was, but that shit was a 7-figure deal. None of us saw that shit.
Right.
That's why I told y'all thought I was ego tripping. I said, when we start doing this and they ask y'all to sign a contract, do you want to use your real names or not?
Yeah, no, once you explained it, I was like, oh yeah, I know how those things go. You're absolutely right. Thank you for looking out.
Yeah. And I'm not even mad about it. I'm not even bitter. But people, when I said about the contract, people, I told y'all don't use your names. I said I work for them and they requested I use the names, but you guys don't put your names on there. Everybody thought, oh, you don't want us to use our names because you want to be the star. You want everybody to think they want to know your name, but you don't want us to be known. I gave everybody a choice to use their names, by the way. And now you see what I'm talking about. Well, you saw it when I explained it, but you see what I'm talking about.
Yeah, Leon knows.
Leon's my slave name.
Yeah.
Leon X.
And I'm not even mad about it because I didn't know at the time. And the internet was not what it was at the time. And I could have been smarter about it, but I was in my 20s and I didn't know anything, man, when we did that. So I did learn a valuable lesson from it. I got some experience, as I always say. I got some great knowledge from it. And we were able to build a community around somebody else's money.
It was a great springboard.
But this is why I say at this point, maybe a few years ago, but at this point, I am so happy to be doing what I'm doing now. I will never. I listened to Chappelle. I was like, wow, man, he's telling it like it is. This is why he's out here. He's not really complaining. Now, as unrealistic as I might think it is to tell people to boycott the Chappelle show, some people say, well, shit, you just gave me permission to pirate the shit. They don't understand it. Some people are like, oh, as long as I ain't get my money to them, I just go ahead and just, sell these 7 C's and download this shit.
Freeshit.com.
I'm just telling you, ignorant motherfuckers are going to take it like that.
Yeah,
oh, shit,
right.
You just told me to pirate this. As long as I ain't giving the money to them. And it's like, no, I ain't getting no money from any of this.
Shouldn't be paying for this liquor either.
Yes. Yeah, people. And the reason why Netflix is being nice because they're not losing anything by, well, I guess, they're losing something by taking the show off. They're losing money there, but they don't have to pay anything to Chappelle for that.
Sure.
So it's probably a little easier to do that. And I would at some point, I wouldn't even trust Netflix.
Well, you
He
can't.
wasn't going all the way there either. You notice he wasn't saying he really, he was like,
because none of these corporations are run by one or two people.
Right.
It's a board, and like you said, it's shareholders, and whoever's running things they're beholden to their shareholders over all else, and they will make decisions that negatively affect everything as long as it puts money in the pockets of the shareholders.
And I guarantee you that phone call wasn't, oh sure, we'll do it. We'll get back to you. When he said that, I don't want this on here anymore. It wasn't like they were like, sure. No, it was a week or so when they all discussed it together and made that decision.
But people listen to what this man is saying.
And let everybody know we did a nice thing for you.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Listen to what this man is saying, because I had to sit there and I had to watch. I heard the figure, and years of work. I'm not even complaining. Years of work, and I sat up there and saw all this stuff that we created on our own. I see the drawings that I've done. I see the animation that a team has done, and it's out there, and nothing's being done with it. That's almost as bad as if money was being made from it. It's just like all this stuff is sitting there and nothing's happening with
I've thought about that, and I feel like it's not as bad. It's just knowing that it's just sitting somewhere, that's fine. But somebody making money off of it and doing new stuff with it, That would bother me.
Yeah, it pissed me
It
off.
bothers me that, yeah, you have to look at it in creative terms. It bothers me that a lot of work was put into something, and a lot of people, that there was a whole community behind it, and it's just cast to the side now, and nobody's doing anything with it. The potential of what we did, it hurts me as much as if it was out there making money. That's just the way I feel, because it was more to me than money. It was a lot of work that went into it, a lot of inspiration. I'm not upset about it, though, because like I said, I signed a contract, and it wasn't as crooked as some of these other things that like Dave Chappelle is talking about. But I signed a contract, and I'm fine with that. I know now. And it gave me the best lesson I could ever learn. I will never, ever. That's why don't talk to me about spill anything, man, because I'm not looking backwards. I don't give a fuck about that past anymore. I will never, ever, ever completely sign over something that I created to anybody else. I will, and if I do, I will be getting, there would be a handsome sum of money there. Mm-hmm. I'm not even talking about this. I'm talking about any creation. And anybody should feel like that. That's why when you brought up the internet, people can sit here and talk about these YouTubers, these streamers, these TikTokers. Oh, they just sitting in front of a camera playing games, acting stupid, talking nonsense, playing gags. But those people own everything that they do. Mm-hmm. There's so much freedom now with the internet and all these. And I'm amazed that there are people who are not even 25 who are looking at studios and agents and producers and telling them no, because I can make more money on my own. Mm-hmm. And that's the lesson, man. These people are crooks. These people are opportunists, and you have a freedom that no one had 20 years ago. Mm-hmm. It's amazing, man. And that is why I love doing what I'm doing right now. And it was great before. It's just that money wasn't ours.
Yeah, right. And I mean, look, you feel how you feel. I'm just surprised to hear that, because I know that, despite that stuff is sitting there and you've done all that work, you've improved exponentially on everything since then.
Thank you. I think we all have. I think we are in a great place right now.
Yeah, I like it.
Yeah, of course, it could always be better. But I'm just to go through that, where you see tons of videos out there. You remember the time you worked on it. You remember what you remember the nights you stayed up doing it, and then you're like, well, somebody's telling me you can never touch that again. Yeah. You can watch it, you can hang with it, but if you step over any of these boundaries right here, you're legally in trouble.
It's like an ex-girlfriend with a restraining order.
Yeah, with a permanent. When you didn't do shit.
Right, yeah.
Bitch, I made you. You be nothing without me.
When you didn't do shit.
That's how you get the restraining order.
Yeah.
Saying shit like that.
Uh-huh. All right.